It is almost unthinkable to come to Zagreb, not to visit Count Square Joseph Jelačić, the central town square where the present exudes the rich spirit of history. From welcoming a hero to expressing civic discontent, the square is the heart of a city that beats to the rhythm of the citizens of Zagreb. If you stand in the square for a while, you'll surely notice that almost always someone is standing at the foot of an old clock. For generations, the city clock has been a favorite meeting place. Speaking of the watch, it should be noted that it was designed in Vienna and installed on Zagreb's main square by watchmaker Mirko Novak on November 16, 1920. But if we look back in time, then we come to the fact that before any market or square, there were gardens of citizens there. Then in 1641, the city magistrate decided to unload the gardens and edit the Forum Nondiarum, which this area is urbanistically defined as another new early Baroque square. By the end of the 17th century, 12 houses had already been built on the north side of the square. In the square, a customs duty was once levied, which originally had to be given in the value of the 30th part of the goods, and the house with the customs office, where the duty was levied, was situated on the north side of the square. It was the largest space at the entrance to the city at the time. The square was named Harmica until June 23, 1848, when it was renamed Jelačić Platz in honor of newly elected Count Joseph Jelačić. What remains of Harmica today is the name of the passage that connects the street Podzidum and Jelačić Square. Undoubtedly, the main attraction of the square is the bronze statue of Count Jelačić. This watchman who watches over the square, bearing his name, is not just a monument. He is a symbol of Croatian strength and independence, a reminder of the stormy days of history, and the eternal guardian of the identity of his people. The statues of warlords and their horses often hide interesting stories. For example, if a horse has one leg in the air, it indicates that the rider died from combat wounds. If both legs are in the air, then the rider died in battle. But if both feet were on the ground, then the rider died of natural causes. Zagreb's Count Jelačić is an exception to this rule. There are stories among historians that Jelačić died in an eclipsed state of mind as a result of the advanced stages of syphilis. Because of Jelačić's credit for the Croatian people, the city authority decided in 1854 to erect a monument to Count Jelačić. The Committee for the Erection of Monuments was founded in 1860, and the money was raised with charitable contributions. 7 years after Count's death, on December 16, 1866, a monument was discovered to him that still adorns the square of the same name. This magnificent statue is the first Zagreb monument built in bronze. The sculptor of Vienna, Anton Dominik Fernkorn, is her conceptual originator and creator. The opening ceremony was also marked by photographer Franjo Palmer, recording an event in a photo taken today for the first news footage in Croatia. Originally, the Count statue was facing the opposite direction from today to the north. The legend has settled among the people that the Count Jelačić statue was facing north to stand as a warning to the Hungarians. If we look at his historical struggles with Hungarians, then there really is logic. But the truth is a little different. Fernkom himself wrote to the Zagreb Committee for the erection of the monument to Jelačić in 1865 year. Turn the monument to the most vivid part of the city. So the statue was actually facing the most populous part of the city at the time, uptown. In the shadow of historical turmoil, the character of Count Joseph Jelačić was surrounded by controversy. Declared a servant of foreign interests under Yugoslav rule, his statue disappeared from view in 1947, and the square bearing his name was renamed the Square of the Republic. This new name echoed for 43 years until a turnaround took place in 1990. In the atmosphere of national revival, can Square Joseph Jelačić shone again in the full splendor of his name. The return ceremony of the statue of Count became a symbol of the new age, with a statue standing as the eternal guardian of Croatian identity and heritage.